Hello everyone, this is David Lotch again, and I'm here doing another one of my movie reviews. Tonight I will be doing Shark Night 3D, Terror Runs Deep, and also I would say in a whole nother dimension. As always, I will start with the trailer. The opening song of the trailer is Party All Night by Sean Kingston. Enjoy.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Good boy. Oh, you guys have fun back there. Not quite, what we had in mind. Let's rock it out. Your house is on an island? It's gonna be a good weekend. You wanna hit that out? Yo, secret's safe with me, man. Saltwater lake. I don't know how the hell they got in here. Maybe someone put them there. What is this, some kind of sick game?
Alright, so that was the trailer for Shark Night 3D. Terror Runs Deep in a whole nother dimension. Shark Night 3D was directed by I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head. Maybe you viewers can help me. He's the guy who directed the Final Destination 2 and the Final Destination. I can't even see the poster. Alright. So Shark Night 3D was released on September 2nd. And in 3D, and I actually had the pleasure of going to it on the opening weekend, and I saw it. And I have to say, I'm not a big fan of 3D movies, but the 3D in this movie was awesome. I'll get to that in a couple minutes. All right. So the movie opens with sort of a homage to the opening scene of the original Jaws, with the girl playing around the water. She suddenly dunked underwater, but it's revealed to be her boyfriend Kyle, who, from what you can see in the film, is pretty much a loser guy. So after Kyle decides to go get something to eat, Jess then decides to swim around more, where she's attacked and dragged around. She manages to swim to the middle of this island thing and grabs on the ladder, but is pulled free in time. Now this is really where you can tell it's a tribute to the original Jaws. I mean, come on. The girl grabs a buoy and then is dragged under. It's pretty much the same thing. So we then cut to the college, where we're introduced to Malik and Nick, who have decided to go to Sarah Palsky's house up north and celebrate. We then see Maya saying one of the most famous lines that I like to say, "Are you ready for the lake?" We're then introduced later that day to the group coming to the lake. Then we're then introduced to Sarah Paulson's character, Sarah Palsky, when she says, "Hey, you guys got room for one more?" "Oh, sure." But then her dog comes in. So it says the ultimate summer vacation. I agree. The one problem I have with their trip is this a weekend trip? Because, I mean, like, if you watch the movie, it takes them at least a good, I'd say, 12 hours to get there. I mean, that's a whole day, pretty much. So, when they arrive at this little boat shack, kind of a creepy scene. You get a great 3D moment with the guy cutting fish up, and the fish goes flying in the camera. It's a really cool 3D moment. And also, you're introduced to Dennis, who is Sarah's ex, and they have this whole backstory, which I'll kind of reveal later. You also witness Catherine McPhee, Catherine McPhee, who plays Beth, and Sarah talking about, you know, that Sarah should hook up with Nick, and also it's this creepy scene where this guy who owns a store is watching them on the bathroom camera. It's really creepy. So they then arrive So then they're shown to traveling by boat, and Sarah also tells them that their cell phones don't work and won't have any reception. So it's kind of like the precursor. So then we arrive at her house, which is basically, which as they said, it's on an island, and Gordon jumps in the pool, for some reason, I don't know. We also see, Maya and Catherine, I think it's Alyssa Diaz, I want to say, and Catherine McPhee dancing, and also her shown undressing and putting in swimsuits. One thing about this film, I don't know if you guys know, but this movie is actually rated PG-13. So a lot of the gore was cut back. But overall, I think it's a pretty decent film. So then we jump to showing them playing beer pong, and of course she wins it. All right. So then we're showing Malik talks to Nick about saying you should hook up with Sarah while you still can. So they decide to go wakeboarding, where Malik is attacked by a shark and gets his arm bit off and ends up swimming ashore with one hand. One thing I forgot to mention about the wakeboarding scene is it's a really cool 3D moment, because with the 3D glasses in, all you see is the water go past you and you feel like you're really the shark, and it's really cool. So they both, they try to get towels and everything, and, Maya is freaking out because her boyfriend lost her arm. Nick, who is a medical student, decides to jump in the water and look for the arm, which he does. Brave, because I wouldn't do that regardless of a friend. Where he also sees a shark swimming and makes it to the surface, and, and thankfully Sarah pulls him up just in time before the shark strips his ladder. And this is the part where they also reveal that, this lake is salt water. So they decide that they're going to have to take Malik to the hospital. So it kind of turns into a rescue mission. And, everyone wants to come, but they don't allow anyone. But Maya says she wants to go. And the shark rams their boat, and Maya falls in and is eaten up. And also, another shark rams their motor, and they end up crashing into the boathouse. And you have a great 3D explosion. It's really cool with the glasses. So then, Beth is freaking out. She wants to go. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of. Sarah's ex comes and rescues Joel and Beth. Well, they think. And then this is also revealed. This is also when Sarah reveals what happened between her and her ex, and says that she accidentally grinded up his face with the propeller on accident because she thought she was drowning. It's kind of this weird backstory. So then we jump to Joel. Gordon and Beth on the boat. They force Gordon to go in the water where he's eaten alive by a mako shark. It's a pretty good, scary moment. Made me jump when I see it, and it still makes me jump. And then they kind of introduce, and then they push Beth into this net where they reveal cookie cutter sharks, which was kind of nice. Which is one thing I like about this movie, is that they have more than one shark in it, whereas Jaws was about great whites, and this one you get an experience. You get all different kinds. You get to experience all different types of sharks. They said that they said that the opening kill later was a cookie or a thrasher. Maya was a bull, and this was cookie cutter. So Malik decides he's going to seek revenge on the shark that killed on his girlfriend, and ends up finding this hammerhead and ends up killing it. But then this is where Nick discovers a camera on its head, and Nick also tells him that he didn't see a hammerhead in the water. So Malik is now at the point where he's thinking, I'm dead, so he just, unstraps himself from Blake on the jet ski and just is killed alive. And also, this is a great 3D moment. Made me jump with this huge great white leaping out of the water and swallowing Blake. I think this part of the movie is actually kind of bad because it turned out to be more laughable and scary. So the sheriff arrives and everyone thinks he's here to save the day, but it's then revealed that he's working for them. And then they kind of explain their motive, which is Shark Night 3D, which is to make money off these real kills for Shark Week, which their motive isn't very good. So the sheriff explains that there's these tiger sharks in the water, and Nick is dangled in. Now, I myself am not a shark expert, but I do know that is a sand tiger shark, not a tiger shark. So that's not true. And sand tiger sharks do not pose any threat or pose any danger to humans. Only small fish. So the sheriff ends up getting in fire, and the tiger shark ends up eating him alive. Nick then swims to the boat and rescues Sarah, and you know, him and Sarah's ex have a huge fight, and then this great white shows up and just swallows Sarah's ex right in front of him, and then attacks the cage. It's actually a pretty cool minute. And one thing I like about this movie is they saved the great white for last, which was nice that they kind of, you know, teased it. So I like that. Whereas if they showed it right away, it would have kind of ruined the movie, and it definitely would have been a Jaws ripoff. So Nick ends up finding a bang stick, just floating in the water. I don't know how. And then he kills shark, and both of them swim ashore. And I have to say, when I first saw it, I was actually thinking, she's dead. I thought she's gonna die. She's not gonna lie, because he does CPR and resurrects her. But I thought she's not gonna be able to come alive. And then the camera just shows another shark zooming in. My opinion, it needs a new ending because it's horrible. So the next movie I'm going to be reviewing is Scream, the film that redefined the slasher series in a new way, and someone has taken their love for scary movies one step too far. So I guess overall I give Shark Night 3D probably a 5 out of 10. I mean, the only thing I liked about it was the 3D. I think that, other than that, it was an okay film, but typical B movie.